is Fox 5 News Morning.
Thanks, Caitlin. Well, as the world mourns the death of Carrie Fisher, who died from a heart attack, it's also raising awareness about women's health, especially when it comes to the heart. There are 43.8 million women currently living with some form of cardiovascular disease, and an organization in our area is helping women fight the disease. Here to talk more about it is Mary McGowan, the CEO of WomenHeart, and also joining us is WomenHeart champion Nancy Spain. Good morning to the both of you.
Good morning.
I like the red. We're starting off the year fierce, like it. I want to start with you, Mary. You know, the statistics are unsettling, and I know you're working very, very hard all year round to bring awareness and education to make it better for women.
Yes. So WomenHeart is the National Coalition for Women with Heart Disease, and we serve as the leading voice for the 43 million American women living with or at risk of heart disease. And we're the nation's only patient-centered organization that solely is dedicated to advancing women's heart health. And we do that through education, advocacy, and support.
So what is it that you do? You guys go out to the communities and hold seminars, or how are women able to seek you out?
Yes, well, at the heart of our organization are our WomenHeart champions like Nancy. WomenHeart champions are women living with heart disease who have attended our flagship training, which takes place every year at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. These women learn how to become community educators and how to establish and run peer-led monthly support groups for other women in their communities living with heart disease.
And Nancy, I just want to ask you, I mean, you are a heart disease survivor and one of the champions, as Mary just mentioned. So at what point did you dedicate your energy towards helping others? And if you can just talk about your personal journey.
Sure. My journey started when I was diagnosed with atrial fibrillation back in February of 2010. And 2 months later, I had an uncommon form of heart attack called a spontaneous coronary artery dissection. So after I had this heart attack, I had trouble finding information about it. And eventually I found a WomenHeart champion online who was able to provide me support through this very scary time in my life. She was able to provide me information, and it was a lifesaver for me. And she lived in North Carolina, so she wasn't even local.
So as you travel to talk to women, what sticks out to you as the most surprising when you're talking to real women out there?
The thing that I hear most often is that they really wish they had known.
Yeah.
They wish they had known that this was the leading health factor for them that they needed to pay attention to. They wish that they had known where to find support, because it's very lonely when you have been diagnosed with heart disease and you don't know what to do or where to go or to find that support.
I also think it's important to know that the symptoms are different for women than it is for men.
Yes.
Mary, can you talk more about that?
Absolutely. So typically men will experience very sharp chest pain.
That's the common headline.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for women, they typically experience more subtle signs. They'll have back pain or jaw pain or arm pain, or they feel nauseous or extreme fatigue. And it's critical for women to know these signs because this can actually be life-saving. It's critical also for them to have the conversation with their physicians and their medical providers about these signs and symptoms if they're experiencing any of these. So it's critical for all of us to recognize the fact that the signs and symptoms can be different in men and women.
Yeah, right. And because it's not that instant pain, you know, it's back pain, jaw pain, as you mentioned, it's probably common that women might ignore these symptoms and just hope that, you know, with an aspirin it'll go away or something. But it's important and critical to not ignore those symptoms and seek a doctor.
Absolutely. And to be adamant about the fact that they feel that something is wrong is to continue to push and to ask to have a heart check to make sure that they're not experiencing a heart attack.
Well, thank you to the both of you. And Mary, where can people go to find more information?
Yes, they can go to WomenHeart.org and learn all about our numerous programs and initiatives and how to get more involved in the organization.
Wonderful. Here's to a healthy heart in 2017.
Right.
Thank you so much, ladies, and Happy New Year.
For this opportunity.
All right, we'll be right back. Time now is 8:20. We've got more news and weather coming up just after this break.